Hey, this is the quick and easy guide to scrape anything with no code using a software called Apify. So, master web scraping without writing a single line using Apify and n8n with automated lead pipelines that feed directly into your CRM and AI-powered outreach campaigns. So, to begin with, what is Apify and why should you care? Well, Apify is simply looks like this, could change by the time you're watching this. But essentially, Apify is a marketplace of pre-built scraping actors that let you pull structured data from anywhere on the web, then transform that data into pipeline-ready leads or AI-enriched workflows. Right now, there are thousands of actors that you can use out of the box for scraping, crawling, or automating tasks across platforms. An actor is simply a pre-written automation, a script someone already built that you can start with a single API call. So think of it like hiring a specialist virtual assistant. You tell the actor, the TikTok actor, grab videos with hashtag X, or the Google Maps actor, find dentists in New York, and it returns clean, structured results ready to use. What you can do is pull leads from Google Maps, scrape Instagram comments, extract Facebook posts, tap into lead databases, and automate TikTok research. So this matters because you get consistent outputs, there's no coding required, and it's production ready, as well as, again, more details there. Number 2, the method. There are 2 simple steps in this process, right? And I'll be walking you through how simple it is to use, especially in this production workflow. This approach decouples execution from retrieval, avoiding the flakiness you get when you're trying to run everything synchronously. So yeah, step 1, you want to trigger the actor. So you want to go through Apify, make a request to Apify to start an actor run, and this kicks off the scraping job. Step 2, you want to pull results. So once the run's complete, pull the dataset results back into n8 and use them in your workflows. Okay, here is an example of, let's say you are scraping dentists from Google Maps, right? So let me show you what it looks like. If I go in here, this is what it looks like. Very simple. You have the Google Maps scraper on Apify, and here there's a wait step because you don't want to go through it immediately. Yeah, there you go. So I actually put plumbers, but you get my point, right? So New York, USA, plumbers. I would change it to actors, and then you would type in the Apify URL link in here based on searching it in Apify itself. Again, you'd probably have to pay not a lot depending on the provider that you select. You could either try it for free or on a per usage basis or per usage plus monthly subscription basis. Again, it depends on the Apify choice that you choose. Very simply put, you start the actor, you wait, and then you grab the result from here. And then from then onwards, you can either sync it into spreadsheets or CSV files or upload it straight into your CRM. So once you do hit that workflow, you want to monitor it in the Apify console, jump into the Apify console, open the Google Maps extractor actor, click run, and watch it execute in real time. Then you want to pull results back. So you want to wire in the get results node, hit test step, and pull however many, whatever your niche is. So we chose dentists or plumbers, right? Complete with addresses, websites, phone numbers, and everything. Then you get to push that into your CRM. We use GoHighLevel, for instance. We tag them, follow up, and feed the info into an AI copy generator for personalized outreach or automatic AI outbound. What you get is rich, structured lead data with contact information, business name, street address, website URLs, review counts, everything, and anything that you want from them. You can even do a TikTok scraper. Right, so that's what I actually ended up here with. So this allows you, for instance, to extract data from TikTok videos, hashtags, users, user URLs, or search queries to scrape TikTok profiles, hashtags, posts, URLs, shares, followers, hearts, names, videos, and music-related data. So you get to export scrape data, run the scraper by API, schedule and monitor runs, or integrate with other tools. Yeah, so I'll show you the exact configuration, API setup, and n8n integration that makes this work reliably in production environments. So simply put, you want to navigate to the API store, configure the simple input. Alright, so most actors are simple. For TikTok, you'll see fields like videos with this hashtag and how many videos set your parameters. For example, a specific hashtag like AI content with a certain amount of results, and then you want to keep it simple. So you want to treat the configuration like applying filters on an e-com site. The cleaner your input, the cleaner your output, and avoid overcomplicating with extra options unless you need them. So setting up your API request. Once your actor is configured, it is ready. click API in the top right on the actor page and choose the API endpoint. So the endpoint we want to run first is run actor. This is the post request that starts the actor's run. Click copy API, and API will include your API key in the example call. In n8n, open up a new HTTP request node and paste the run actor URL. So it just sounds more complicated than it is. You're literally just pasting a URL in here, making sure the method is post, and then including the JSON specific body, and then the JSON code in here. Very simple. So I'm a bit tired, guys. You can run actors synchronously, but in my experience, the async two-step approach is far more reliable in production environments. So quick steps: copy API, create HTTP request node, and set method to post, paste the endpoint URL, and then verify the API key is included. Now you need to tell the actor again. In the actor UI, there's a sample JSON body showing the input structure, and this is where you define your scraping parameters you want to send. You're going to enable send body, you want to copy the configuration JSON, and then you want to test the request. And last but not least, you want to fetch the results. So next, we need to pull back the scraped results. In the actors API endpoint list, you want to scroll to the get last run dataset items and copy that URL. This is your retrieval endpoint. So like genuinely, it is super simple. It is super simple. In n8n, you want to open another HTTP request node and paste the get URL. Here URL, again, that's about it. Hit test step, and then you should get all the items from your scrape. Again, if it's TikTok, you get the captions, links, video IDs, engagement metrics, whatever it returns. From there onwards, you can either put it into your CRM or whatever you decide to use. So very simply put, you want to start the actor via post, which gives you the request. You want the actor to run, which executes the TikTok scrape. You want to pull, which is the get request fetching the dataset, and then you're going to get the actual data. So if it was TikTok, you would see the 25 TikTok items with captions visible in n8n. Alright, quick lesson on synchronous and asynchronous. The synchronous problem here is that running the actor synchronously in n8n, when you call run actor synchronously and wait in the same request for output, you will sometimes return nothing, even though it successfully finished the run. For example, I tried to run a Google Maps actor synchronously for plumbers. However, n8n returned an empty payload, while Apify showed a full run with 50 plus results. The async solution is why I always use the two-step approach, right? Post to start the actor, where it returns the run ID, then get the dataset when it's ready. Decoupling start and fetch gives you reliability, better error handling, and lets you scale to larger datasets without timeout issues. Basically, always add a buffer time, right? Set your wait node to about 22 to 25 seconds. I've seen people do it all the way down to 5 seconds. It depends on what you'd like. Check the typical run times and then test the flow. We have some advanced rules as well. So if you're implementing polling for maximizing reliability, if you want higher reliability than a fixed wait step, implementing polling logic is what's recommended. So after the initial wait, call a getRun endpoint to check the run status. So if it's not finished, wait again and loop until the status is succeeded. What I mean by that is you basically start the actor, you have a wait period, right? And then you check the status and you see if the loop is able to run again or continue. If it's not done, wait and check again. And then the retrieval results, which is where you essentially fetch the dataset when it's successful. In real client acquisition systems, I prefer polling because it minimizes idle time and lets you react immediately once results are ready. You can also add a timeout mechanism, an alert mechanism if the run never finishes, giving you better error handling. Nice. And last but not least, scaling your workflow to handle more volume. Now that you have a stable pipeline, scaling is straightforward because the beauty of this approach is that it grows with your business needs without requiring architectural changes. So you can increase volume. Let's say you want 200 results instead of 50. Update the inputs in Apify to pass an override variable to the post body. The actor will fetch more items automatically. You can map them to your CRM. And then of course you can enrich them with AI by running them through an LLM, generating personalized subject lines, using embeddings to cluster similar leads, or calling enrichment APIs to add in firmographic data. Makes sense. So again, there's a bit more information on here, but I don't want to overcomplicate this. Essentially, you can get the ready-made workflow in the description. It's probably one of the most simple workflows in this space regarding Apify because Apify has done a great job at already pre-building much of the automations for you. but you can kind of get the point once you know the basics and you have a fundamental understanding of n8n and GoHighLevel and LLMs and generative AI and all these frameworks. You can then start building out your own Apify powered, personalized, enriched, lead generating, lead scraping, lead enhancing tool that generates your ideal customer profile leads that are qualified, engaged, and ready to work with you. Hope this helps. Thank you very much for watching.